Hey everybody, before we jump right into the action, I just wanted to let you know that these things are streamed on Twitch, and if you wanna hang out with me while I'm live, you can follow the channel, will be the first link in the description. Get another black game, and gonna be answering e4 with the Caro-Kann. Knight f3, usually expect the exchange, but when they do e5, we're gonna be getting back into um, the advance most likely because they're gonna be playing good with d4. So we could do c5 right away. That's true. Just do bg4, inviting him to push, and yeah, just gonna do c5. We'll just get a transposition. Expecting d4 or check. Those are the two moves that are for sure gonna be played. Or h3 could be, but I think it's between d4 and bishop b5 check. This is also something that I think would be played now. But we'll see. Yeah, he ends up going h3. So usually against these lines, you can also think about it as the advanced variation. We always go bishop g4 and we give it up for the knight because put a lot of pressure in the center, and I think now we can just win a free pawn. If I was under pressure, he tries to protect, but that doesn't really work. And now bishop b5, if I only go e6, he can take back, and I think maybe we can fight for equality. So even better to take there and win knight c3 with e6. They never play e4? What do you mean they always play e4? Maybe you are asking about d4. So after the castle, we can just play normal developing moves like knight e7. The knight will usually go to either f5 or g6. Most of the times when there's a pawn on d4, it goes to f5. Now we just need to be a little bit careful and not hang the queen, because they always play the spin. And okay, if they keep the pin, we can just move the queen away. b6 is usually a decent square and can move away. Now if they take, I'm quite happy. They are helping us to finish development faster, and one is now under attack because we're no longer pinned. Yeah, just take it, taking everything that I can, attacking the queen. So we're up like 2 pawns, 2 healthy pawns, should be completely winning position, but still we shouldn't really relax. We just need to start initiating the trades, and once we trade more pieces, maybe I would say you can relax a bit, but now still it should be pretty tense, because even though white is down to pawns, you still have to do a little bit of work to win this. It's not like he's gonna resign or anything, and if you're trying to push the pawns, that might be a bit of a rushed approach because, well, when you're pushing the pawns, you're gonna be creating some weaknesses, so you wanna be careful with that. And now I'm thinking of bishop f6, but that allows knight e4. I think maybe we can simply play queen e7 though, unpin, and that's fine for us. Like knight there, queen e7, knight's under attack, he has to trade, and happy to see the trades. Against f4, just do not play knight c4 because he can take. But maybe you could still do that because of queen b6 check, so if you can calculate these precise, for sure you can do that. I'm gonna start with the check right away and then play knight c6. Not sure I had to start with the check, but felt good to throw in. Now just move the knight because it was under attack, and have a threat maybe of bishop c3, and then the guy on b5 can be hanging. So he needs to be careful about the bishop. If they step back, maybe queen b2 is actually quite deadly, so not so easy for opponent to play now. Let's see. Also an idea could be to just infiltrate. Okay, so now if we take bishop c6, that could be doable for my opponent, but I'm like happy about it anyways because we're just initiating a lot of trades. And frankly speaking, we might also be able to insert this intermezzo, but just trying to show you guys how to play the end games properly. We're gonna take with a queen, try to keep it simple, expecting pawn takes. If they take with a queen, it's even easier. Okay, he's trying to set up the checkmate, but he forgot the bishop moves backwards. And can just win his pawn, and now it's obviously a pretty easy game to win. Wish I could have shown the endgame though. That would have been, I think, a bit more instructive, but okay, I guess we'll take the free win. Also could sack the queen. Do you guys want to see like the queen sack? Okay, let's actually do the queen sack. I'm gonna play like e5. And I think this might actually end up being quite instructive. Maybe I allowed some kind of play with rook f1 idea. If he finds that maybe he can try to play for perpetual check. But that's not an easy move to find. And usually these pawns are just super strong, especially when they are supported by the rooks. So he plays queen c3. Hitting this pawn, I'm gonna do rook c8. Protecting, and I have simple plan. Just push these pawns together and his pieces are simply gonna be unable to stop them. Like the pawns are just way too strong. We start with the light square pawn because the bishop's covering the dark square. So usually we just start this way because if we start d4, potentially opponent could set up a blockade on the light squares. So then we need to have that bishop to cover those squares. Now just go for like c5. Oh, c5 actually blunders the pawn, never mind. I don't want to go d4 because that allows rook d4. So start with rook f8, preparing e3 and then d4. Sometimes you have to start that way, okay, with pushing on the dark squares. That's like kind of forced. Now I have to play this because he's just too strong. Like even if when they sack the rook, he's still lost. Now the pawns are just deadly together. This is just a super powerful combination because even though he has the extra queen, our king is like super safe. Our pawns are just pushing so easily. Of course, you don't have to enter these kind of things when you're up a piece, but just wanted to highlight this theme that I thought maybe could be instructive. Showing when, let's say, rook and the bishop could be stronger than a queen. It can be in many positions, but you have to connected pass pawns. It is just a completely different level. The two connected passers are just way too strong here. The opponent just gonna be overwhelmed. Also spending quite some time here. So could start with d3, could just go e3. I think here it doesn't really matter how you push the pawns. Just go like e2 and advance. I don't think you can really set up any kind of blockade. I'm just running e2 followed by d3. Pawns are getting pretty close to promotion. So yeah, pretty tough to play as white. Like I'm gonna go e2 on the next move, and when they try to go like rook e1, there's d3 coming, and queen d2 can at the very least protect the pawn. Go bishop g5 next. Yeah, okay, rook d1, but that simply allows d3. The pawns are advancing together, like basically brothers, and yeah, gonna be really, really strong. Might even get two queens, who knows? Ready to play e2 on the next move? Or d2? Both are fine. Probably will focus on e2 because the rook is supporting that pawn. So, could have started d2 by the way because we were attacking the rook. I mean, was doable as well. So, case of something like queen b4, let's say, trying to cover the d2 square and the e1 square as well, I would have just gone like rook d8, preparing the push. And against this, we can just queen would check. It's gonna go like king h2, throwing a check, g3 like only move, but then queen takes on g3, followed by queen to h2, which is gonna be a checkmate, so we managed to get this one in. So also I think if you turn on the engine, well, I think rook f1 was maybe savable there because I played it a bit inaccurate. Yeah, I told you you should try rook f1. But now when we get in the position like this, it shows -3, but it's like -10 in reality. There's just no counterplay. Hey everybody, thanks a lot for making it this far into the video. And if you're interested in checking out my London system course, will be the first link in description. So thanks again, and I'll see you around on the channel. Take care.